Will the Nintendo Switch switch Nintendo into everlasting profits? Oh, Switch puns, am I right? The Nintendo Switch was unveiled to the world this past week, and there was an explosion of internet activity. Immediately, the trend train took off, and everyone's talking about it. That's the real name of the Nintendo NX. We all know from the entire rest of the internet what it is. It's a home handheld hybrid console with detachable controllers, but it's basically a tablet with controllers, right? I had some initial thoughts about this right away whenever I saw the trailer. What if Apple were to just come out with a case and some accessories, some peripherals for their iPhone, which can do a lot more than just games, and that lots of people have. I mean, most people have cell phones, and many of those people who have them here in the United States at least, those are iPhones, right? So, what's to stop Apple from just attaching controllers and then bada bing, they have their own version of the Nintendo Switch. And they upgrade their graphics and their hardware every single year. What would that mean for Nintendo? Well, first of all, there's a few things that stop Apple from gaining traction the same way that I think that this will. The iPhone comes with a service contract, it's a phone, it has to do a lot more than be a gaming device. People use it to take loads of pictures and video. It's something that, in terms of cost, I mean, iPhones are $600 all the way up to I think like $800 or $900 if you're buying them without a contract. That's an expensive device, even if it is the rough equivalent of what the Nintendo Switch could be once you add controllers to it. From that standpoint, I don't see Apple coming in and knocking the Nintendo Switch out of place. I don't see Sony doing it either, because the Vita was a colossal failure in terms of sales. Now, that's nothing against the Vita. The Vita probably did a lot of things right, you could argue. The Vita just will not sell the way that I think this thing will. And so why is this going to sell so well? I think it's going to sell fantastically well for a number of reasons. The detachable controllers is the first and primary reason, but the other thing is that this is a device that is for the core gamer who has grown up. The trailer had no children in it, and that was done on purpose, and it makes a lot of sense. It's because hardcore gamers out there, the people who grew up with a Nintendo, they go to work, and this is something they can take with them to the office. Early 20s, all the way maybe even into their mid 30s, can use as their powerful handheld. This is in many ways a spiritual successor to the NVIDIA Shield in that it uses the NVIDIA Tegra processor. Now, it's a custom version of the processor. It's essentially an advancement or a successor to the Tegra that originally ran on the Shield. And for that reason, the graphics performance is going to be superior. It's going to be capable of a lot more, and the Shield is also somewhat aged at this point. But I think really that truly this is going to sell a lot better than the Shield. Honestly, because it's Nintendo. Nintendo is a powerful brand because NVIDIA, yeah, they do graphics cards, but unless you're a PC gamer, if you're an average consumer, if you're a parent who's busy and working all the time and you're not into video games, then NVIDIA is not a brand that you know, but Nintendo is. Nintendo is the quintessential materialization of what the general public knows about video games when that public doesn't know about video games, right? Like, Nintendo is the prime example of video games at home, in the living room, and for the kids. And so for that reason, it's going to have much higher recognition. But this is also a console that's going to be for everybody. It's going to be for kids too, and it's especially going to be useful for kids on road trips with the attachment to the back of the car seat that they showed. That's going to be amazing for parents, or even just busy parents who need, they have to take their kids with them. Like if you're a stay-at-home mom and you got to go run to the grocery store and you can't leave your children at home, then everybody piles into the car, and then you can hook this thing up. If you have 2 kids, boom, they're taken care of. If you have 4 kids, you have 2 devices, you attach them one after another into the minivan, and boom, you're off and rolling. A lot of people have talked about how they think that there's no way that this thing could be backwards compatible with the Wii U. I disagree. I think it's entirely possible for this to be backwards compatible with the Wii and the Wii U, and the really great thing about it is that the only thing that is required for it to be compatible with those games is for you to just sell those things as optional peripherals like everyone has been asking for, and Nintendo has that option now. So there's entirely a possibility that the Wii U Pro controller could be backwards compatible with this. We don't know though, none of this is confirmed, but I'm just saying that from a technological standpoint, there's no reason why it couldn't be. You could actually make the Wii backwards compatible with this. You would just need to have the kit for the motion controls installed with your Nintendo Switch dock at home and put it up above the TV. Now, would that mean that you could play Wii games on the go? No, but you could still play those backwards compatible games at home when you put in the Switch to the dock. So this whole thing is just fantastic. I'm definitely gonna buy one on launch day. I might even buy more than one device over time because I want to do a lot with the local multiplayer. I think it's great. I'm on board with this, and I know that not everyone feels the same way. There are people that feel negatively about it, but we here at Digicades, we're pretty excited about it, and we're happy that with a lot of these things that Nintendo seems to be playing it a little more safe, and hey, who knows? There's a chance they might really be listening to their customers with what features those people want. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to Digicades if you want to see more here about the Nintendo Switch. I'll see you next time.